If you're trying to get a job and all you're doing is click, send, click, send, click, send, you're wasting your time. That is a stupid way of doing things in 2025. Humans are looking for real human connections, not just two AIs talking to each other. Do not be afraid to walk into a business with a resume. The worst that can happen is they laugh at you and kick you out. You haven't really lost any. Don't be afraid to call people, meet people for coffee, go to professional events, do anything other than spend 8 hours a day, click, send, click, send, click, send. This is a personal matter to me because I do have friends and family members who are currently looking for work, and I try my best to help them any way I can. I mean, given my line of work, I rehearse with them, coach them for their job interviews. But the challenge is getting job interviews in the first place. The most effective way to get a job when I was growing up is exactly the most effective way of getting a job interview today, and that is to have some personal connection with the company, with the organization. Someone who's already met you, someone who's already talked to you, someone who knows you are a real person. And you can say, well, TJ, you're old. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a small company. That's how Google does it. Recent research has shown that some 70% of applicants ultimately hired by Google had some internal ally. The number one mistake people make, not just 22-year-olds right out of college, but 45-year-olds and 62-year-olds, is they think a job hunt is about click, send, click, send, click, send. Yeah, do that 30 minutes a day, but the other 7.5, 8, maybe 10 hours a day, if you're hungry, is trying to connect with real human beings. Call them, text them, say, can I take you out for coffee? Say, can I just pick your brain for 10 minutes on a Zoom or a Skype? Well, people don't use Skype anymore. Microsoft Teams meeting. Try to actually talk to people, because if you talk to them, especially if you meet in person, they'll know you're not AI. So this is increasingly a problem for everyone on both sides, because if you're an employer and you put out a job interview or a job request, you're looking to hire someone, all of a sudden it's boom, 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 you get thousands, tens of thousands of resumes come in, and they all look alike, and all the cover letters sound alike. And if you put a couple of questions for people to answer, those all look alike. And that's a big problem if you're an employer trying to hire someone. If you are trying to find a job and you're competing in that, you get lost in the shuffle. So what happens to so many employers is they put a job posting, 10,000 resumes come in, and then they ask other people they already know and work. Hey, does anyone know for this? I don't have time to go through 10,000 resumes and cover letters. And they talk to people and they get maybe 3 recommendations. They bring those people in for a conversation, and then they hire one of them. So that's still the best way. Oh, TJ, that's unfair. You're saying it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what you know should have a direct impact on who you get to know, and that will have an impact on your career, on the job you get. Let's just say you graduated from a state school in Iowa in computer science, and you don't know anyone way off in Silicon Valley or in New York City, and you'd like to work in one of those two places. Well, rather than sending out 10,000 resumes every day, why not pinpoint the 5 or 6 companies you'd really like to work for? Find their top leaders on LinkedIn, start following what they post, their thought pieces, give comments, ask questions, share their thought pieces, add insightful comments, follow them on X, follow them on other social media. Don't start asking them for job interviews. Don't ask them for a job. Just follow them, learn from them, add to the conversation, promote their ideas. After a while, they're going to start to feel like you're a savvy, smart person. After a while, if you ask questions, they might answer you. And ultimately, they may respond to you if you say, hey, I have a passion for this subject. I really followed what you've done X, Y, and Z. It seems like your company is really doing innovative things in this particular area of X. Do you have anyone in your company who would talk to me about possible opportunities in the future? Do that 20 times a day. See where that gets you. I'm willing to bet it gets you a lot further along than just the typical click, send, click, send, click, send of sending resumes. I wish you tremendous luck in your career and finding a job. That's what we're about here. This show, Filtered with TJ Walker, is looking at the top business, technology, and culture stories of the day, filtered through the lens of communication skills and personal development, all with the goal of making you more successful, your personal life and your professional life. That's what we're about. So who am I? Rick just writes in, the old Who you know versus what you know. Okay, you're referencing a Who song. Now you're talking to my generation. I am a fan of the Who. Did get to see them in concert once. And great content creators. Some people may say it's sacrilegious to talk about one of the greatest bands of all time as being your content creators. If that offends you, I understand. But they are, and they give their audience what they want, and they try to make shows really special, magical experiences for their audience. I know it was for me. I mean, if you're one of the band members and you're singing one of the same 30 songs you've been singing for 50 years, it's probably just another day at the office. But you're thinking about, wow, to paraphrase John Lennon, wow, I just created another swimming pool, writing a song or delivering the song. So great musicians, I think, enjoy entertaining people, performing in front of people, and making music and creating. And at some point, maybe they're not creating as many new songs as they did in the past, although there are some musicians. Robert Plant, one of my favorites, continues to create new original music all the time. Even Paul McCartney creates new original music all the time. The Who, that hasn't been their main thing. They have stuck to their classics, but they've remained fan favorites. And I believe, Rick, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that Roger Daltrey now has announced pretty much he's not going to be performing anymore because of advancing age and ailments accompanied by it. But when I saw him, it didn't seem that long ago, he still sounded great, looked great, and they put on a fantastic show. We have more stories coming up for you. I'll warn you, we are going to talk about some things of a political nature. This is not primarily a political talk show. This is not Fox News Channel. This is not MSNBC. I am a centrist. I call it like I see it. I give you objective analysis based on my 40 years experience coaching Wall Street wizards, billionaires, fund managers, Fortune 500 executives, and yes, political leaders around the world on how to communicate more effectively and how to build personal development habits to become successful. That is my background, and that's what I'm here to do for you.